What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Financial Freedom Builders, where every conversation moves you one decision closer to financial freedom. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the page. Really, take the moment, hit the like button. I want at least 1,000 likes on this video. We had some great feedback from our last video. People made significant amount of money looking into hymns. We got a lot of good information coming in for this week. But before we get started, man, I'm outside here in the rain. I just want to thank God for the ability to be outside in the rain. Where we're at, hasn't rained a whole lot recently, but you just got to enjoy and just be appreciative of just the small things in life. And obviously my faith in Jesus is very important to me. But we're going to get right into it. So going into this week, we have some interesting tailwinds. We've been talking about this for a few weeks already. Leave this in the top box here over here, about the S&P 500 continues to slowly roll over. A couple weeks ago, we told you guys that the line in the sand was 680. Then we saw it at 671. And now we're currently sitting at 665, 666 or so around there. So this market continues to want to roll over and continue to roll down. I'm here to tell you today, we may get a short-term relief as early as this week where the market may bounce back up to try to retest some of these levels that we have recently broken through, just to make sure that we're not necessarily going on a straight path down. But what's going to end up happening is we're going to see that these levels above us are now levels of resistance. Think of it like a ceiling in the room when the ball is bouncing on the floor. So as it falls, the question's going to become, how low can we go? And ultimately, what's going to be the catalyst to get us going back the other direction? Unfortunately, this war with Iran continues to rage on. There are rumors that this may be coming to an end soon. I foresee that it won't be lasting into April too far, only because of the fact that the president understands that they're heading to the midterm elections, and this war, with the increased gas prices that we're seeing, cannot be in line to get the seats that they need to reclaim the Senate with the House of Representatives and the Congress and all these details. So they got to get out of this thing as soon as possible. The other factor that's at play is that inflation still continues to trickle up. We got the data on Friday, which is the personal consumption index. The PCE data showed that we're still relatively stable, but year over year are now seeing the uptick in inflation. So with these things in mind, we are not seeing catalysts right now to see the market come up other than technical resistance and support levels that just give us the ability to see what's called a dead cat bounce. Now, just because things are falling now doesn't mean that everything's going to continue to fall. Of course, we talked about HIMS, and this is a stock that will continue to be heavily invested into. Another one we want to put on your radar going into this week is none other than Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk is another company that's tied to HIMS, also seeing the benefits right now of the partnerships that they've been able to mend again, but also there is a movement right now with semaglutide medications, okay? That particular industry in the pharmacy is getting a lot of attention. And so once these things get ironed out, companies like Novo, HIMS, Eli Lilly, these are going to be beneficiaries in the long term once we get some approvals and clearance from the FDA regarding some of these companies. Regardless, Novo Nordisk is right now nearly 30 on the RSI, which is a very advantageous area. In addition to that, on the weekly moving averages, is currently sitting on the 200 support. So the 200-day weekly moving average has historically been an area where we see levels of support where many stocks, including HIMS a few weeks ago, bounced up pretty aggressively. So Novo is one you're going to want to keep on your radar, and you can pair them together with HIMS and ride both of these stocks through the impending correction in the market. So while the market is going down, stocks like these two could be potentially going up. Of course, this is not financial advice, is just a video for education and entertainment purposes only. However, as you saw in my previous video, tens of thousands of dollars have been made along the way. So there is opportunity for you to make significant amount of money. But again, as you're getting this information, what are you doing with it? How are you going to benefit from this? How are you and your family going to use this information to transcend your financial situation? The one way you can immediately do this is taking advantage of Freedom Builders Academy, which is going to be the top comment below. You got to get access to it. It provides so much information that will change you and your family's life. We're talking about budgeting strategies, how to manage expenses, the basics of investing, and all things you will need to know, how to buy stocks, sell stocks. You got swing trades, you got options, you got all these details that you're getting to learn in a self-paced setting that gives you the ability to learn the skills that will help you and your family level up. A lot of situations going on with our global economy right now. Things are trending down overall. And so if you're not prepared for what's to come, you still have time to get yourself on a plan. And these resources, including this page, can help you get where you need to be. All you got to do is stick to the plan, follow along, and trust the guidance that we're providing. And on your way out, be sure to like this button. Have the blessed Sunday, and we'll talk to you on the next one.